For my speedy dinners, I'm going to show you how to make pesto meatballs and Italian veggie rice. So I'm going to start with the rice, and when the rice cooks, then I'll get on with the meatballs and show you how I do it. So I have a pan here, and I'm going to turn on the heat. I'm going to put some olive oil, just a tablespoon or two. And to me, every good Italian dish starts with garlic, which I've chopped here, and some chili flakes. So I'm just going to put it here. There you go. And then some chili flakes. I have 2 garlic cloves, and then I'm doing, I think, like just a couple of pinches of the chili flakes. And the only thing with that is you don't want the garlic to burn because it's not going to taste good. You just want the fragrance. So I'm just going to put it on medium high for 3-4 minutes. And then when it starts drizzling and smelling like garlic, I'm going to add tomatoes. And then I have here cauliflower rice and broccoli rice. So nowadays, these you can find them in any store in either the frozen or fresh sections. I had some cauliflower and broccoli left over from a few days ago. So I just put it in the food processor and pulsed 5 to 7, 8 times until it resembles like these little grain, rice, whatever, right? So I have a mix of 2 because I'm like, the more veggies, the better. And so I can hear my garlic is starting to sizzle. So when that goes on, the tomatoes goes in, and then these 2. And I'll cook them for approximately, I'll saute them for approximately, I think, 3, 6, 7 minutes max. I'll just see how it goes, and I will show you. So, there you go. Garlic is going on. I'm adding my tomatoes. Ooh, it smells so good. So I have my meat here that I'm going to show you. I'm using bison today. I'm trying to get a little bit more meat in our diet because we never eat red meat, and I think just maybe once a month it's good for us. If you don't fancy red meat, you can use chicken, turkey. You can even use that Beyond Burger. They do a ground meat, which is perfect if you're vegetarian. So I have meat, and then I added like, I want to say half a cup of pesto, store-bought. I don't always have time to make it, but when you add it like that, it makes quick meatballs that are full of flavor. Just gonna stir in my veggies here, and adding the cauliflower, because my garlic is ready, and the broccoli. So meat and pesto here, and I know if you don't like it, you can use forks, but I feel like the best way to mix it is always with the hands, and you don't want to squish it, you just want to combine it. So see how I'm using my hand just as forks, and I'm not squishing the meat. A little bit of salt, I want to say 1 tablespoon, and then some ground pepper. 1 more stir. So my secret to make perfect meatballs fast and easy, ice cream scooper. And you have different sizes of ice cream scooper, and you see, hop, and you just, doesn't have to be perfect, but it makes things way faster. And then even size meatballs, because when you cook them, if they're not the same size, then they won't cook, they won't take the same time to cook, so that could be a problem. So, up. And that should make, I think I have 1 pound of bison here. I'll post a recipe exactly on my website later for the exact measurements. But that should make like 8 to 10 meatballs or something. You don't need a lot of meat, but just a little bit. Okay, so here are my meatballs. I have 10 of them. And then what I'm gonna do, because you know me, I mean, the less things I have to clean, the better. So I'm gonna add some pesto to my rice as well, just as a reminder of the flavor. and if I'm using the same one, I have a couple of tablespoons, and I'm gonna stir. And sometimes pestos are hard to combine because it gets everything dry. So you can add like 1 or 2 tablespoons of water, and it will help the sauce to loosen up a little bit, and so it will combine easily with the veggies. There we go. My veggies are ready, so I'm just gonna scoop them here. I have a platter already. And you just want to make sure it's almost clean, and if not, you know what I'll do, because I don't want the veggies to burn. I'll just take a paper towel and quickly scrape down. It doesn't have to be super clean, but you don't want the veggies to burn, because that wouldn't be good. So see, almost. So adding more olive oil. And now I'm gonna go with my meatballs. I'm gonna cook them. And as I mentioned last week when I did the chicken, if you wanted to cook faster, you just you take a lid and you put a lid on. So that's what I'm gonna do. So the lid will make sure they are cooked inside, and then I'm just gonna turn them around once or twice, and I think they'll cook for 6-7 minutes. They're not that big, so they should cook relatively fast. So see, I have my veggies here, which smells so good, by the way. And what I'm gonna do, when the meatballs cook, I have some fresh basil that I have there, and then I have some parsley, Italian parsley. I always like to add fresh herbs whenever I can, because it adds tons of flavor to your dish. And so I'm just gonna take my basil like that. See how easy it was? And then I have all my herbs here. I'm just gonna make them like a little bowl like that. Take my knife and just roughly chop them. It's gonna make everything nice and green and fresh. And you know, if I add the basil, then you know there is pesto in here. It's just to remind. So it's gonna make everything kind of bright and fresh. And also adding the basil, it kind of gives an idea that there might be pesto flavor in there. I like doing that so people know what they're eating. Very good. It doesn't have to be perfect, so I'll keep that on the side for when it's ready. And what I've done as well is I have toasted some pine nuts before, because they always taste better when they're toasted. I mean, they have way more flavor and the smell and everything. And I'll sprinkle them on top. Same thing, it just reminds, you know, basil and pine nuts are what you find most of the time in a pesto, so it just gives an idea to people what they're eating. So let me check on my meat. Okay, so they're ready. I like my meat, and we all like in my family, only like medium. So if you want to be sure, you just open up one and see how it is. From experience, I've seen that 3.5 minutes on each side, so total 7 minutes covered gets them medium. It's different for turkey and chicken. Oh yeah, well, turkey and chicken, you want to take a meat thermometer and make sure it is at the right temperature. Because if your beef is not cooked enough, it's one thing, but if your chicken and turkey are not cooked enough, then that's not good. So it has to be, for turkey and chicken, 165. So see, I have my platter here with the meatballs. and the rice, and I'm just adding fresh green and just some pine nuts. Just plus, you know, it makes it look pretty. And there you go. So that was again 10-minute speedy dinners, and it's super healthy, super yummy, full of flavor. You can add rice, real rice, if you want something more substantial, but I promise you that this should be plenty enough. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I hope you make it, and please give me feedback. I love hearing when you make the stuff I've showed you. Thank you. Bye.